Hello, class. I am Guangxi Financial Vocational College. Xiao Sanliang, teacher. At the end of each study period, everyone cares most about their grades, and behind this. In fact, there is a complete set of statistical workflows. Guarantee performance data. It can accurately reflect everyone's learning situation. Today we will use students' final grades as an example to gain a deeper understanding of statistical workflows. So think about this for a second. What are the main components of a complete statistical workflow? So the first step is statistical design. And this is where the statistics started. Teachers set statistical targets. For example, analyzing the overall grade level of the class. Find out the average score of each subject, the excellent rate, and the passing rate. Check if the teaching requirements are met. Then plan the scope of data collection. Like every student's raw score for midterm exams and final exams and daily grades, etc. We also need to determine the methods for collecting, organizing, and analyzing the data. For example, what format of table to use to record grades, which statistical formula is used to calculate various indicators. This is like before building a house. Draw the blueprint first. Next, enter the statistical investigation link. Teachers are data collectors. They obtain students' raw scores by grading the exam papers. Combined with usual homework, classroom performance, and other recorded grades. And we collected all this data. Lay the foundation for subsequent statistical analysis. This step, it's like collecting building materials for a house. And every one of these real grade data, it all comes from the usual efforts of the students. And adherence to integrity exams. Integrity is the foundation of human beings. These are all shared principles that we must adhere to in our study and future work. Only real data. That's where statistics really get value. And the data is fairly fragmented. And they may also have errors. At this time, statistics and organization are needed. Teachers will conduct a comprehensive review of the grade data, remove invalid information, grouping and organizing the scores by class and subject, make messy data organized, like building materials, arrange and place according to different specification, convenient for subsequent use. This process, we are required to maintain a rigorous academic attitude. Don't miss any data error. 指出a small data error may affect the final analysis results. In the future, no matter whether you work in statistics or other professions, a rigorous and meticulous work style is indispensable. At the same time, this rigor is also a manifestation of being responsible to others. Like whether the statistics are accurate or not, will affect the learning evaluation of every student. So here's a question for you. If while sorting out the grade data, you found two identical records, how do you deal with it? The answer is to first check the original test paper and other information. Confirm whether it is repeated entry. If it is determined that it is duplicate data, you need to delete one of them. Guarantee the uniqueness and accuracy of the data. This is not just a requirement of statistical methods, but also the rigorous attitude we must have to treat data and work. Don't be perfunctory. And finally, statistical analysis. Teachers use statistical methods, deep mining of the sorted performance data. By calculating the average score of each subject in the class, standard deviation and other indicators, draw a performance distribution map to judge students' learning and teaching effectiveness. For example, through analysis, and found that the average math score of a certain class was relatively low. You can further study, are the knowledge points not well mastered, or is the exam too difficult? Therefore, It provides direction for subsequent teaching improvement. It's like working with organized materials. Build the house steadily. Identify problems from grade statistical analysis. Implement responsibility to solve problems. It embodies a sense of responsibility. In the future of work and life, we all should have the courage to take responsibility. Use what you have learned, contribute to social development. Students from the statistical design planning direction. To collect data from statistical surveys, then proceed to statistically organize and standardize the data, and finally draw conclusions from statistical analysis. These four are inextricably linked. It forms a complete statistical workflow. Master it. We can find problems in the grades data. Solve the problem, and I want you to remember that in every aspect of statistics, integrity, rigor, responsibility, these qualities are essential. It is not only the foundation of good statistical work, but also the required qualities for us to become excellent professionals. Statistical work seems to process data, cultivates our spirit at seeking truth and being. These qualities will accompany us throughout our lives, helping us walk more steadily and farther on the road of life. Today, so that's it for the statistical workflow. After class, everyone can think, if you count the changes in personal grades yourself, how should this process be applied? The above is all the content of this lesson. Thank you very much.